Welcome back to the Electrician's Tool Channel. Today, I know I've been gone a long time, and it's because I've been working a whole lot. So I thought I'd just make a video just to keep you guys entertained. Some of you may have seen me do a review on each one of these individual test instruments before, but if you haven't, just sit back and relax, and I won't go into a whole long detail about each and every multimeter or test instrument up here, but it's basically just for your entertainment, guys. That's all, until I'm able to get back in here and do a real nice video for you guys. So some of you may have had some of these videos. Some of you may have had some of these multimeters or may even own some of them now. One of these multimeters probably were your first multimeter when you first got into the trade, doing hobbies or into the electrical field. But I just want you to just sit back, relax, and let's go through these multimeters. I'll try to give you as much information as I possibly can on each multimeter. And if you have a comment, you want to show your appreciation in your comment, do so. You have something to say about each and every multimeter here. So let's just get it on, okay? All right. The first one here we're going to go into is, let me put it up a little closer, is the Triplet 9065 data logging graphical multimeter. This multimeter came out after Fluke came out with their 289 and 287 series, and that's when everybody started to, most multimeter makers, like the big ones, started to come out with their version of it, the same type. And you can even see in the details, as far as the soft keys here, and the shape and form of the meter that they kind of copied off of the Fluke 289 and 287. This is a real nice multimeter, but it's not as, how can I say, it's not as weight-wise, it's very light. It's very light, and this is a rebrand from the Unity Corporation. But other than that, it's a pretty decent multimeter. It's IP65 rated, and it's a fairly nice multimeter. Okay, so the one next behind it is the Fluke 1587 FC multimeter / installation tester. This is one hell of a beast here. If you have one, I'm sure you appreciate it. I know I appreciate this one. I have so many so many instruments that I don't use it as much. I use, the first one I could get my hands on. All of them are nice, but this Fluke is top of the line, very high quality. So if you don't have one and you can afford one, I suggest and recommend that you get this Fluke. It has a lot of nice accessories that goes with it. Even it even links to the Fluke Connect, and gives you, a real nice. Just a real overall, real nice test instrument. And behind you here, it's an oldie but goodie. It came out about 20 years ago. This is the TPI. TPI stands for Test Products International. They it's a major brand. They have a lot of test instruments, all kind of test instruments that they make. This is one of the versions that they came out with, the TPI 460 oscilloscope. And they have a 460 plus as well. I have one of those too. But this is a very rare test instrument. You can find them, but not hardly. And I just happened to get my hand on two of them, and it's a really nice meter. So, and the backlight is great. It has rechargeable batteries in it. I have all the accessories that go to it, including the case, the test leads, the shielded test leads, and everything. So this is a really nice meter. The screen, the resolution on it is very nice. It has a white backlight. It's just an overall really nice test instrument. Now, let me get over here, come next to it. This is by Ideal Industries. This is Ideal Industries 61-795 digital installation tester. This is a big boy here. I'm not going to say it too large that you can't handle, but you won't want to be strapping this around on your side. Now, it comes in a case, and it's a really nice multimeter. I mean, a really nice multimeter slash installation tester. It doesn't have all the functions as you see as a multimeter, but it has the basics. It has volts AC, volts DC. It has ohms and continuity. And it also have low OZ. And there are the functions right there that has starts from 250 to 1,000 volt test voltages, and it also has a PI and DAR feature on this multimeter as well. It also has a installation tester. It also has a backlight, and it has a nice protective rubber molding around it which comes off if need a replacement or something like that. But it's a really nice installation tester. Now coming down, it's a no-name multimeter that I really don't know. I saw someone on YouTube. They was doing a review on this multimeter, and I was just interested. And this is one of the first multimeters that sparked my attention. That doesn't like the cheapies. I don't normally buy the cheapies, but something about this one that just sparked my interest. And it's okay. It's okay. I've never really used it. It's still brand new. All of my stuff is new. I wouldn't say new, but it's well taken care of. But this one, I never used it for anything. So, but it has a rechargeable battery in it, and as you see, these are the features of it. And it's really nice. It holds. It has a little weight to it. So, and it's pretty decent test instrument. It won't be my. If I had to choose, it would not be my main test instrument on my bench. But anyway, it's okay. This one here is the Ideal Industries. This is an installation tester. This is the Ideal Industries 61-497. The one up above back there, remember, is the 495. This is the 497. Oh, no. I'm wrong. The 497 looks like this, and I got mixed up. I'm sorry about that, but I do have it on the bench. This is the multimeter. I wasn't looking. But anyway, this is the 61-497 digital multimeter by Ideal Industries. This is a rare multimeter when it first came out. And now I think in fact, I know it's a rebrand from the Apple Corporation. You may see CDs made on the market by Apple. Isotech rebranded this multimeter. I want to say RS Pro, and I'm trying to think who else. But several other people have rebranded this multimeter. It's a fairly good multimeter. The only thing I don't like about it that it has this little eye up here. You can't turn the backlight on. You have to it comes on automatically. I don't like that. So it has to get kind of dark, and that eye has to see. The sensor has to see it getting dark, then it comes on. But other than that, it's a really accurate multimeter. I like it. Everybody know about this big bad boy here. This is the Fluke 289. There isn't much I can say that hadn't already been said. This is a beast right here. This is the trendsetter that everyone who made multimeters, the graphical multimeters, had followed, like the triplet or Unity. They followed the Fluke, and this is the trendsetter right here. So I don't use it as much as I used to. When it first came out, I guess the excitement has left me, but it's still a multimeter that if you're into any kind of electrical that you want to have. This is the ultimate multimeter. It's by Fluke, and it's just really nice. And so this is the multimeter by Ideal Industries also. This is the oldie but goodie. This is the multimeter. This is a 61495. Remember, this is the 497 right here. This is the 495. And this one back here is the 795. But this multimeter here, this is an oldie. This is made by the company Apple as also. And this is a data logging multimeter by Ideal that they rebranded. It's a pretty decent multimeter. And all of them, they do have data logging, and this one is very accurate. It's an old one, and when I bought it, I didn't buy it new. I bought it online, and it was in good shape. And I always wanted one of these in my multimeter collection. Now, I guess you would say, do I use all these multimeters? No, I don't. But I do love the trade, and I do love multimeters. I do. I have this thing in my heart for multimeters. So this is the Ideal Industries. This is the Pro, what is it? Platinum Pro Series, 61-495, True RMS data logging multimeter by Ideal Industries. And yes, it does work. Everything works on it. And I also have a data logging port in the back up here, as well as, well, this one is for charging, but most of them, and this one have one right here. I have the tape across the top because I didn't want the dust to get inside of the ports. This is the 497. So if you see tape on top of any of my multimeters, that's the reason why. Okay, so let's move back to the back here. This is the EdgeTech GX 900. No, this is not the GX 900. This is the, is it the GX 300, I think? Let me see. I think it's a GX 300. GX 300 by EdgeTech. This is the multimeter slash installation tester. This one had been rebranded also. I think CEM, that the company, CEM, is the original maker of this multimeter. This been rebranded by several companies. Amazon had rebranded it, as well as, I think, RS Pro, several other companies. 2 minutes to remember a name. But this is a pretty decent multimeter slash. I think the Reed company has made this also. Reed has made this, rebranded this multimeter as well. But anyway, this is a pretty decent installation tester, as well as multimeter. It has a real bright white backlight, and it is feature packed, and it's well built, very well built. So, but pretty nice. And I've had it for a while, but it's a really nice installation tester and multimeter. Take a look at the features on it. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is a Craftsman, and this is an oldie, a rare oldie but goodie as well. And let me see. I should have wrote the name. Wrote the model number down, but that's okay. But anyway, this is, I think this is it right here. Let me see. Auto ranging PC interface multimeter. That's the number. I can't. That may be the model number right here, y'all. Let me straighten it up for you. Okay, but it's put out by Craftsman Professional, and just by looking at it, it looks like it was put out by Bryman. And this is a really nice multimeter. The only problem with this one is it doesn't have a backlight. And a multimeter this nice, I don't know why it doesn't have a backlight. I don't know, but it doesn't have a backlight on it. But it's a really nice multimeter, and it's an oldie by Craftsman. Been out a while, I guess. I've been out for sure, probably over 15 years for sure. But so it's just, if you run across one of these and you probably get a good price and it's in good shape, I think it'll hold its own if you're just looking for a nice multimeter and don't want to break the bank. So, all right, so let's go back down. This is another Ideal Industries multimeter. This is the 61-486. This is another rebrand. I think this from the company as well, APA, that they rebranded by Ideal Industries. So this is a fairly nice multimeter as well. And you can find them online for pretty cheap. Not too cheap, but a reasonable price. So, if you're looking for a nice multimeter, I would think this would be a nice multimeter. It's really accurate. It has a lot of functions on it, measurement functions on it that you can use. It's well built. And I think you'll like this. You'll like this multimeter. Now, back down to this ProTech Protect, what is this? S2405 universal scope. This is a scope meter that also been rebranded. I don't know who the original maker is. Some of you may know. You can leave it in a comment. I'm not sure who makes it, but I do know EdgeTech had also put this meter out as well. This is a nice scope meter. I don't think I have, and some of them here, the reason I'm not turning them on because I don't have batteries in it, but I think this one may have. Okay, this one has to have a rechargeable battery. That's why it's coming on. It has a really nice backlight on this one. So this is a really nice scope meter here. It has two channels. It had two channels. It have two channels, and it also had external trigger. So I mean, it's not the fluke, a fluke or anything, Agilent, but it's a nice one, and it's affordable. I think this one is kind of rare too. You won't hardly find this one on eBay. I haven't seen any. Not that I was looking for it, but sometime when I'm on eBay just searching for whatever, and I haven't seen anything like this. And I apologize for the camera shaking, because I'm holding it in my hand. I'm using my iPhone to record this video. So please excuse that. I apologize for it. But anyway, this is a nice, really nice scope meter. Now, this is by Gaussian Metrowatt. This is put out by Gaussian Metrowatt, but the original maker is a company over in India. The name of the company is called Rishab. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's spelled Rishabh, and it's a real big company over in India, Rishab. But anyway, this is a rebrand, and it's sold by Gaussian Metrowatt. And this is a really nice meter also. The font, the numeric font in the right is not as large as that I'm used to, but it's not small, but it's just not as large as what I'm used to seeing. But it's not bad. If you run across this meter for a good price, I recommend you get it. And this is by Gaussian Metrowatt, Metroline DM62 True MS multimeter. Check out the features on it. Check out the features. And I don't think you, in fact, I don't think you'd be disappointed if you get it for a good price. Okay, so let's go up, scroll over a little bit. And this is by AEMC. This is their megometer / I guess you would call it an insulation tester. Model number 6527. This is a really nice one. This is well built. It doesn't feel light, cheap, or anything. If you run across this one if you run across this on eBay or Amazon, I recommend you get it. In fact, everything I'm about to show you up here, I recommend you get it if you run into it and it's a good price. These are the measurement features here, and the test leads that comes with this instrument out of this world, very high quality. And there's a nice white backlight on LED backlight. It doesn't have the port at the top is where you put, your probes, your leads and probes for you when you're doing measurements. But the test leads that comes with this is very high quality. So if you run across this instrument, and again, it's for a good price, I recommend you get it if that's what you want. Okay, so scroll down to this EdgeTech 380-0281. This is a very nice multimeter, and I think it's made by a company called Escort, 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 and because I've seen this in several models, it's been rebranded by several big companies. BK Precision, in fact, I have one. I'll be making it over to that multimeter very soon. But EdgeTech, just like BK Precision and Hyoki, came out with this multimeter. Even a company called Tenma, TENMA, came out with their version of this multimeter. It looks the same, but it may be a little different color and for its features. The soft keys may be a little different, but it's the same multimeter. Now this one right here by EdgeTech, they make two of them. Then the other one is the EdgeTech 380282. That one has a backlight. This one doesn't. This one doesn't have a backlight. But still the same. This is multimeter. It's very accurate. It's well built. It's like a tank. It's heavy. It's well built. So if you run across this and a backlight is not important, to you, is in good condition, I suggest you get it. Take a look at the features that it has on that's dual display multimeter. It also have a port at the back. Well, you can't see it, but it's behind the back where you can, if you decide to connect it to your PC. I didn't want to do that. In fact, even if you were to buy the accessories to do that, the software, the computers nowadays won't accept. Probably won't accept. It's too old. But anyway, it's a nice multimeter, and if you can find one, again, I recommend that you get it. All right, so let's try this one out. This is Klein Tools ET 600. This is a installation tester / multimeter. Very nice, very nice. Just looking at it from the front and the design, it looked like it's made by a company, looked like UEI. A lot of you may have heard of UEI. They make a lot of test instruments for HVAC. And I've heard somewhere that Klein has purchased UEI. Don't know how true it is, but looking at this multimeter and looking at some of the past meters that Klein used to sell, there was like a clone of the UEI test instruments. But this is a very, very good instrument right here. So if you run across it, and then again, brand new, it won't break the bank. If you were to find this online, is in good shape, just say for $100. You don't know what kind of condition it is on eBay, and sometimes you have to be wary of the stuff you buy on eBay. You can pass that up because a brand new one only costs you about $140. So nothing won't be wrong with that one. So if it's finding for $100, and you question the integrity of it or whatever, just don't buy it. You could buy a brand new one for $140, smack brand new, and this is well worth the money. Okay, this is the Klein ET 600 installation tester. Very good instrument. All right, this is the second one I was telling you about, the scope meter plus. Over here is the other one. That's a scope meter, same company. This is a rarity. You really can't find these, and if you do, you don't know what kind of condition that it may be in. I just so happen to be blessed that I found two that were all close to new. I think they were listed as new, not open box. And for the price, I had to jump on it. So it's one. Remember, one of them say plus, and one of them say just regular a TPI 460, and that'll be the one over here, just TPI 460. This is the plus. Now remember, this one has, if you're just thinking about looking at it, this one has the 4 ports at the top up here, and that's the 460. And this would also have a cursor button, that's the blue button to the right, all the way to the right. This one doesn't. Okay, they took that up with a backlight button right here, but everything else still the same basically, except for the top. This one has two inputs, jacks, and one in the middle for a common. So both of them are two channels, A and B. It's a really nice instrument. Really nice instrument. So if you run across these also, really nice. Okay. So the one behind here is Klein Tools MM700. I've heard that somewhere that they're supposed to stop making this one. That's what made me go out and buy this. I like the reviews. I saw it online, a guy reviewing this one, and I really liked the reviews. So, and I just happened to run across it. I wasn't looking for it on eBay, but the prices was right. So, and I couldn't pass it up. So I wound up purchasing this one, and it is a really nice meter, very nice multimeter. So just like the one down here, this installation tester, this is also a very nice meter. So if you run across either or, and the price is right, grab it. Now, let's go up to the next one. This is the Ideal, let me see, 61-633. This is, it was sold as their technician's multimeter and electronic technician's multimeter. And this is a very nice multimeter, really nice. Now the only problem that I don't that you know it's well back then when it first came out, this was a an advanced multimeter, and you know you couldn't find no flaws with it. But compared to the multimeters today, as far as the numeric font size, the size look kind of small on certain, not the numeric, no, not the numbers itself when it's taking a measurement. It's the soft keys that bring up all the menus. It's kind of small, you know, especially when you've been looking at uh, the menu on a Fluke 289 or one of the other multimeters today that give you large font, so, you know, numeric font and wording, alphabet on it. So, but overall, this is a nice multimeter, really nice. So if you, I've seen these every now and then. You may get a new one or close to new one for maybe $100. And if nothing else, and you had $100 to spare, buy it. You won't be disappointed. This one also have data logging right here, a data logging port, and the software. But like I tell you, with the other ones, I won't buy it because I can't use it. It's kind of old, and you know. But I don't use it anyway. But still, when I mean old, I don't mean real old multimeter. But this is a really nice multimeter. Okay. Now this one. This is the ever elusive Fluke 183. Now, this multimeter here was made by Tektronix. Also, I think it's a TX3 or TXR3, something like that. And I don't think you can find one of these. I really don't. I just happened to look up and find this one. And when I got it, it was you know, I was skeptical about purchasing it because it was kind of dirty, really. So I had to clean it up, really clean it up, and I think I did a good job. But it works fine. It's accurate. Everything works fine on it. And but this is a rarity. You don't hardly see this multimeter on nowhere. So I just happened to get one for my collection, and I like it. Just like any other Fluke, it's hard to kill, and this one is no different. So those are the features right here. It has a lot of good features. Has the soft keys. Has a nice menu, a white backlight. There's nothing I don't like about it, and I do pull it out from time to time just to use it. Just to use it because I have it to use. All right, so moving down. Right here is a Fluke. I mean a FLIR. This is I think the DM92, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, this is DM92 by FLIR. That's it. I don't know if you can see that. The DM92 by FLIR. This is a nice multimeter also. Everything about it is nice. It's solid, built solid, high quality. And very nice backlight, white LED backlight. It's an even white backlight, large numeric font and alphabetical font on it. It has features on it. There's nice features. The rubber molding is really good. There's nothing. If you run across this meter, I recommend you get that as well. But that's a very nice multimeter. The FLIR DM92. So, moving on. All right, this is by Craftsman. Now, this is also a nice multimeter. It's not as nice as the one back here, but this one have a backlight, but it's a greenish yellow backlight. You know the color that they used to use way back in the multimeters. But it's better. It's at least they have a backlight. It just doesn't have all the features as that one, but it does have some features that the other one don't have. Like it tells you what input, whatever measurement that you turn that dial to, it'll tell you on the screen where to put your input jacks into those holes at. So that's kind of advanced. That's kind of an advanced feature for this multimeter. I think this multimeter came out around 2009, 2010, if I'm not mistaken. But just like the other Craftsman multimeter, this is a solid multimeter also. So, if you're looking for just a multimeter, just throwing your bench, just to take measurements or what have you, this is the one. And you run across this one, I recommend you get it. And this is by Craftsman. This one right here. Now, I don't know too much about tests. I bought this because it was the price. It was basically like growing in my lap, and I don't know. I just said, well, I was getting into making YouTube videos. I said, well, let me try this multimeter and I'll make a video of it. It looks like the Fluke to 27. Back then everybody was trying to copy Fluke to the still to this day. It's okay. It's pretty accurate. You know, but tests, I don't know too much about tests. I know they've been around a while. I don't know if they still out. You know, and when we look at it, it said test 2700. Fluke had the Fluke 27, so it even looks like it. Even looks designed like the Fluke. But I believe the Fluke had the dial, the measurement dial right here. Wait, where? On that side, on the right side. And they put theirs on the left side, I guess, for copyright infringement. I don't know, policies, I guess. But they even got the Fluke type color. But that's business. It's business. But moving on. Right here is the Greenlee. Greenlee DM 820. This is a nice multimeter also. And this multimeter is a rebrand from a Bryman. And I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Bryman. Bryman makes a lot of multimeters. In fact, I think Bryman, if you're looking at that multimeter, see where the soft keys at, the little, like a round circle, the little square circle, the way it sits inside of this little thing right there. Now look at this Craftsman. I don't know, something about this one. I think it's the same thing. I think this was made by Bryman as well. I'm not sure, but I think it was made by Bryman. But anyway, this is a very nice multimeter. It's a rarity. You may find some on YouTube, but it may be all banged up. But if you find one that's in good shape and the price is affordable, and I recommend you get that also. It does also have data logging features. I can't tell you the count is. I think it's like 5,000 count multimeter, I believe. But this is a really nice multimeter. The backlight is not. It's that greenish yellow, and for the most part, it's pretty even. But if you run I won't spend a whole lot of money on it. If you plan on spending, if they want 200 on up, no, I wouldn't get it. I'll go buy me a newer multimeter. But this is a real nice multimeter. Other than that, if you get it for $100, I recommend you get it, and it's in good shape, good condition. Yeah, I would get it. But very nice multimeter. Very nice multimeter. Now, let's go here. Ideal Industries, the 61-342. This multimeter had been around for a while. I've had it for a while. This multimeter here would be a comparison against the Fluke 317 or 315, and I do believe it will hold its own. It's featured packed, and it won't break the bank like the Fluke's 315 or 317. I think this, it's not what I think you may get a Fluke 315 or 17 maybe for like $200. You may get this one like maybe a brand new, maybe 125 or some places 125, but still, this is a good multimeter. And if name doesn't mean anything to you unless you just want a Fluke, you get it. But if you just want a good quality multimeter that won't break the bank, I'll look at this one and I won't pass it up. Okay, so here, this is the big boy too. This is Megger. Everybody who's somebody knows about Megger. This is their MITs, which stands for Megger Installation Tester. This is 400 series /2. This is an upgrade from the 400 MIT 400. This one has a few features that the MIT 400 don't have. So, but this is a beast as well. Megger is known for their installation testers or megometers, and whatever you heard about Megger being good is true. This thing is built like a tank, and if you just don't want to, if I didn't have a Fluke, the Megger would be my second choice. Or it depends, if I had to buy this. So I do like Fluke, but I also love the features that Fluke have for the software, data logging software, the app. Megger have a good, they have a good multimeter. I mean, just good units itself. But as far as the app, it can't compare to Fluke. But the meter itself, they give Fluke a run for his money, if not better. So if you're looking for a nice installation tester / multimeter, look no further. Megger is up there too. Let's go right here. Remember, I just showed you about this Etch Tech right here. Remember, look at it right here. Now look at the BK Precision. They also rebranded this multimeter as well. But remember, I told you about the Etch Tech, which would be this one here, I said this is the one, this is the version that they didn't have a backlight, okay? But they do make a version that has a backlight. And if this was an Etch Tech, this would be that version with the backlight. Because this one has a BK Precision does the same thing. They have one without the backlight and have one with the backlight. So this is the one with the backlight, and it has a lot of other features. I mean, it is feature packed. I like it. Very nice multimeter. It's well built. It's solid as a rock, and the backlight is it's a bluish backlight, but it is nice. It's evenly lit, and this is a really good multimeter. So if you find this one, this is also a rarity. If you run across this one, the price is right in good shape. I mean, and you have a few dollars to spare, man, get it. Get it. This also have data logging as well. Let me see. I can't reach. But anyway, this have data logging also. Let's go to the next one, which would be by HT Instruments. This is HT Instruments. I forgot where they're located, man. But anyway, this is the M70. This is their version of the ISO test, installation tester slash multimeter. This have basic multimeter functions like AC DC voltage, ohms, continuity, low Z. Now, I was thinking that whoever made this multimeter, they must have made the one right here. Look at those functions right here, the features right here, and look at the features on this one here. Basically the same thing. Even down to where they have the 600 and something volt that's scratched out right here. They have low Z. Look at this one. Same thing. Same thing. But this is a really nice installation tester. The ports are at the top where you put your your test leads and probes. Nothing is under that little cap right there. That may be for another model that used this same frame, but nothing is under there. But this is has a real bright white backlight LED that's evenly lit. This is a very nice installation tester. So let's go. Let me see. Let's get to here. This is the TPI Scope Plus. Remember, they have the TPI Scope Plus 460. I mean 460 Plus, Scope Plus, and they have the TPI 460. This is the TPI Scope Plus 440. Just like the other ones, I am well pleased with this this instrument right here. It's feature packed, but this is only for single phase. The other ones have phase of A and B. This one doesn't, but it's also feature packed. It has a lot of features that the other two I showed you doesn't have. And if you run across these brand new out of the box, I think you may find things like $299 for this instrument right here. This is very well built. Just like it feels like as far as the weight, it feels like the Fluke 289 is about the same size. And the only setback I have with this one, and I don't know if other ones are made. I haven't seen any more videos on it. I've seen one or two, and it's put out by TPI. I haven't seen, but the backlight is not as bright as this one and the one back there. The backlight on this one, you can have it on, and it doesn't even look like it's on. I wish they would have if they would have put a white LED backlight in this one. My goodness, man, this would be the ultimate multimeter right here. This instrument has so many good features on it. This has a real-time trending waveform, graphing waveform on here, real time, as well as the other two. This is a nice one. The screen, the numeric font and features is very large. This is a nice one. So if you run across this for a good price, you may want to consider getting it. Okay. Now this one is by Amprobe. They had a company also that makes this one. I think the name of the company was Meter Man. Now, I don't know who's the original maker of this one. And once again, I apologize for the camera shaking. I'm recording with my phone, but this Meter Man made one. Well, was selling one that looks just like this. this is not a bad meter. You know, again, if you just needed a multimeter and you just want to and you get this for a good price, well, do so. I bought this because the price was right, and do I use it? I don't use it as often, but it's still like new. But this is a real nice multimeter. It has a blue backlight, but blue as in you can still see it nice and clear. But this is a real bright blue backlight. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So next to it, earlier I made a mistake and I was calling this multimeter here the insulation tester because when I saw the top, both of them look alike. Now you see how the design looks from here on down. Take a look at this one here again. That's the same multimeter. So that's what made me kind of was throw it off a little. But this is also made by the company called Appa, who makes the other one by Ideal and makes basically most of the multimeters, I would say. Appa, and this is the installation tester. Now this one, I will compare this one to the Fluke 1507 installation tester. This thing is top of the line, and this is also a beast. It's very accurate. I have the remote probe that goes with this one, as a remote probe also that goes with the Mega, and a remote probe that goes with the Fluke and installation testers. But this remote probe goes with this one. Very nice. White backlight for this one, and I'm pleased with it. It doesn't do data logging or anything like that, but this is a nice installation testing. You run across this one, get it, grab it, and don't let it get away. Okay, so now this is the Etch Tech. Etch Tech. This is the I think this is the GX900. Yeah, this is the GX900 by Etch Tech. This is the data logging meter. Very nice, white backlight, clear. It's a color screen, color display, and just like the Fluke 289, and like the triplet, which is made by Unity, they all copied the Fluke as far as design. They had to change up a few things for, I guess, copyright infringements, but they so Fluke was the first one that came out with this model and this style, and everybody else just copied and followed. Now this multimeter here, I don't see many. In fact, there's only two on the internet that I've seen. Mine and by another guy. I don't know, LG Martin or Lawton, I think that's his name. But anyway, he's done a review on this one as well. But this is a really nice multimeter, and very accurate. This is solid too, or it's like a brick. It's heavy. I mean, not too heavy, but it's heavy. It's solid. I would say the components in the inside are top notch. The test leads that come with it are really nice. The screen itself, when it lights up, is really nice. Starts up really fast. I think it uses like 9 batteries, 8 batteries, I believe. 8 batteries, yeah. And this is a really nice graphical multimeter as well. So if you run across this multimeter and the price is right, like before, like the rest of them, I recommend that don't hesitate, grab it. You won't be disappointed. All right, now this is one by TPI. This is the TPI 192.2. Like I mentioned before, guys, I put tape on the top right here to keep the dust out of that port, data logging port right here. I didn't want to get dirty just in case I use it. Now this one, I could connect to the computer because, it's fairly new as far as the software. But this is a nice multimeter. My only setback about this multimeter is the backlight. It's the greenish, and you really can't tell that it's on. It's not the best backlight. It's not white. It's almost a greenish yellow, but it's very light. They could have did better. It kind of reminds me of this one, the backlight. But as far as the meter being, it's a nice meter. It's featured packed, and you can take a look at some of the features that it has on it. A lot of the features on here that you don't find on multimeters, like inductance and all this other stuff that's on here. It's a really nice multimeter. Nice big screen. you know. But I would say it's made for the bench. I don't think it'll be the one that you want to carry around with you, but it's a really nice multimeter. This is the other Greenlee. Remember, I have one that's over here, which is the Greenlee 820. This is the Greenlee 430. This is a data logging mode. This is a logger. This would be, if I had to compare it to a multimeter of in the past, it would be in comparison with the Fluke 189, the older version, that model, because this does the same thing. This has a lot of great features on it. This has that greenish yellow backlight, but it's evenly lit. This also have data logging on it, of course. You see this is a logging meter right here. This is a really nice model. I just recently acquired this one. So this is a nice multimeter, very nice multimeter. You run across this one, I recommend you get it. See, this have the blue soft keys for the up to help you scroll through the menu. This one over here doesn't. So that'll be the difference. Look at the blue keys here, and this is the 430 logger, because it says logger. This one here, also, this data logging, but this is particularly a logger right here, okay? So, now, let's go to the next one. This is my EdgeTech scope meter. This is the EdgeTech 5 dual channel megahertz dual channel 381 295 True MS multi-scope. Now, this is a really nice one. Let me turn it on. I think I can turn it on here. Okay. Okay, that's how it looks. So really, it's really nice, and it has a rechargeable battery inside of it. And this is a really nice scope. Have a 2-channel external trigger, and just like this one, remember this is the same thing, but it just sold under a different name. Remember the backlight? This one, the features on that one, and the features on this one. Same thing, but it's sold by a different company. So, and this one has data logging as well, and it has channel A and B, external trigger, just like the other one by ProTech. The only thing different about this one and the ProTech is the rubber boot, which that one is black, this one orange, and this is painted green, the other one is black. But everything else is the same. But if I had to choose between the two, because this one is, the EdgeTech is much more prettier than the other one, I think I'll go with this one. And because I like the way the green and the orange blend together. Okay, but so this is another one that if you want, in fact, I haven't seen any videos about this one yet. I'm planning on doing a video on this one pretty soon, so I get some time. But this is a nice multimeter. I mean, a nice instrument, okay? All right, coming down to this one, Handtech DSO 8060. This is a handheld oscilloscope. I've done an individual review on this one. This is a real nice one. I don't know if the battery is charged up or not, but we'll see. I guess not. Oh, yes, it is. Okay. It's okay. So it is charged up. So this is really nice. Color screen, has a lot of features on it. When they first hit the market, I've seen a lot of reviews on it, but I don't see as many reviews on this one. And that's not because it's bad, but I've seen most of the ones on here. I managed to get this one for a really good price. Not that I need it, but I did wanted a handheld oscilloscopes. I do have a thing in my heart for scope meters and the screen that shows real-time graphing, trending. So this is a really nice oscilloscope, very nice oscilloscope. It comes in a nice bag. Has a lot of good features on it, external triggering and things like that. So this is really nice. You run across this for a good price, good shape. It's I wouldn't pass it up. Okay. All right. So, and this also has I think you can put an SD card on the side if you wanted to do some kind of data logging. Again, I apologize for the camera shaking, y'all. I am recording with my iPhone, so you know. Okay, so and this also now this one is by Unity. Remember, I told you that Unity made. Let me show you right quickly. Remember, I told you about this multimeter here. But it's sold by sold on the triplet. Triplet sells this one. Sold this is selling this one. I think it's been discontinued so far by Triplet. I remember when I got this one, they told me that they're discontinuing this model. I just happened to be lucky to get my hands on one, and it was much cheaper than buying the Unity, which this is a Unity, just still sold under a different name. So, but I got my hand on this one for a really good price. But this one is the installation tester over here, and basically the same meter, a device, instrument, and this is really nice. This has a color screen just like the triplet over there, and this is the features and the voltage that it go up to from 50 to 1,000 volts. This has PI DAR testing, and nice screen on it, and it also has wireless data logging. You have to put this little instrument on the back. No, I'm sorry. This one doesn't have data logging. The triplet has the data logging. This one doesn't have it. But this is a really nice one too if you, just looking for one. I think I paid like $150 for this one, brand new. So if you're looking for a nice installation tester, there you have it. Okay? All right, here we go. The Greenlee. Okay? Greenlee DM820A. Now, this is a step up above the Greenlee right here. Remember, this is the Greenlee 820. Well, when they discontinued this one, they went all the way and they put this one out. This is the DM820A. Okay? So, this is really nice also. This is made by Bryman. If you run across this one, I recommend you get it. You can find them online, but if you run across it, you can't go wrong with it. Okay? Now, this one is by AEMC. I'm selling these on eBay. This is a very nice multimeter. I'm selling them for I think I've got $45, brand new in the box. They have a lot of accessories, the case. Go check me out. Look for the electrician. On eBay, and you'll find it. I have about 5 left. I had about 15 of them. I done sold them. I think I have about 5 left. They're selling like hotcakes. So, but this is a really nice multimeter. These are features on it. It has a real bright blue backlight, large font, nice test leads, and everything. So if you like this multimeter, you want this multimeter by AEMC, which is a real reputable company, have them online. But that's the model right there. You go on eBay and put that model in there, and you'll see it pop up. Okay? And I'll get one sent out to you. This is my Agilent. Don't know the name because can't remember the model because the label around the top of the window had fell off. No, it didn't fall off. I bought this like this, and it was almost like given to me. The price. There's nothing wrong with this multimeter. I bought it. That was the only thing missing, and I think I got it for like $40, I believe, on eBay. And I thought something was wrong with it, but it wasn't. It's just the only thing missing. And I put a screen protector on it so it won't mess the screen up behind it. But other than that, it's okay. This is the Fluke 87.3. It looks like the Fluke 87.5. This is the older version. It still holds its own, still accurate to this day. Has the same backlight that the Fluke 87.5 has. I don't use it as much, but this is a really nice multimeter also. Remember, Fluke never dies. You would have to break it yourself, but it never dies on its own. But this is a really nice multimeter. This one is by Apple, the company that I told you that's been making, what they made, this multimeter here for Ideal and several others that I've told you about. This is Apple. That's the APPA. This is it's not really a pocket-sized multimeter, but it's smaller than the rest of it. You see the size of it compared to the Fluke 87 here. It's a really nice multimeter. It has a lot of the features on it. This is a really nice multimeter. It doesn't have a backlight on it, but it's really, the font is really dark. and it shows up well, nice resolution. So it's really good. If you run across this and what you do, I think I've seen several of them. I think Ampro has one out, and several other companies. But if you run across this, I think I seen like for $65. I think I paid like $65 for this one. It came in a box too. This one is by Amprobe. This is Amprobe AM1280. This is a nice multimeter. The font is okay, but it's kind of a dated multimeter. You know, if you run across it and they had it for $20 in good shape, get it. But I won't pay anything other than that for it. They have a nice display, you know, for the time when it came out. But compared to this one, no. And compared to this one, for sure, no. But you know, it's what I have in my arsenal, and I wanted to put it out. So it does have a good bit of features on it. If you just want a multimeter to put in your toolbox or carry around with you, you know, this could be the one. This one right here is by AEMC, which the other one I just like the same people who makes this one right here, and the same people who makes this installation tester. And so AEMC is not just a overnight, you know, just any company. This is AEMC makes some high AEMC make high quality test instruments. This is a nice one. This is about the same size as this one right here by Apple, but this is a nice one right here. It's a basic multimeter. See the functions on it that it have. It has diodes, continuity, resistance, and volts, AC volts. This is a pretty decent multimeter. If you run across this one, I haven't seen anything like it since I bought this one. It was years ago, but it's really nice. Even when the resolution doesn't have a backlight on it, but you can see it really clear. This is by Amazon. So I've seen a lot of people with this multimeter rebrand this multimeter. Saltwire has one. It also has a, let me see, this is a, hold on, I'm sorry about the camera moving, y'all. This sucker has, it's hard to do with this one hand. Anyway, this has a color back display. This is a graphical multimeter, real-time trending as well. And it has a lot of features on it. And it's, it's not real large. It's not small, but it's not real big. It's a really nice multimeter. When I first bought it, it didn't break the bank at all, because Amazon just came out with it, and by me being a Prime member, they gave it to me for like little or nothing. So, but I haven't seen too many people. I think I've seen one video beside mine on YouTube about this multimeter. But if you was to see this multimeter, this is the model number here. If the Amazon commercial 90DM890. If you run across this multimeter, the price is right. Get it. You won't be disappointed. The one next to it is another multimeter that's been manufactured by the same people who manufactured this for the Ideal Industries. That would be the company Apple. They made this multimeter. This is not a multimeter. It's an LCR meter. This is a very nice LCR meter. This is the LCR 915 LCR meter. This is top of the line, guys. I have all the accessories that go to it, the prongs, the Calvin clip, and this is a really nice. We have a real nice backlight. The only thing I hate, just like the rest of them, that light, you can't turn the light on with manually. It has to come on with that sensor. Once it senses that's a little dark, it comes on, which is a good feature, I suppose, but I still like it to be in my control. So, when you buy this meter, they take that away from you. You have to, unless you're gonna put a piece of tape across the top, sort of like, and you should have to do this. For what you pay for a meter like this, and the rest of them, they should have left that alone. Okay, but as far as the display, the resolution, the numeric font size, really nice. I don't have any problem with this LCR meter. Now, before we close, guys, I want to thank you. If this is your first time viewing my channel, I hope you like what you saw. And this is just a prelude to other videos coming. I'm just putting this out because I haven't put one out in a long time. So I'm just kind of just stealing time here today just to put something out different to keep you guys entertained. So, but if this is your first time viewing my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, share the video. If you have a love for tools and show your appreciation, and this won't cost you a thing. It's for free. It don't cost you anything to hit that like button at all. Leave a comment. If you've had some of these instruments before, have some of these instruments before, or even like to get one of these, if I can help out and tell you where to look for one at, or give you some information on one of these units, I will. But I would appreciate your comments if you have any questions also. And so with that being said, guys, you guys take care. And until next time, peace out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, guys.